welcome to Book Talk. Today we're discussing Silver Shadows by Richelle Mead. If you do not know, Silver Shadows is the 5th book. I can't believe there's been 5 books. It is the 5th book in the Bloodline series by Richelle Mead. They may have ugly covers, but quality spinach going on. So Silver Shadows is the 5th book in this series. There's only gonna be 6 books and only 6. Just like Vampire Academy, and we're almost there, you guys. We're almost at the end. There's only one more year. Silver Shadows, I think, might be my favorite. No, not my favorite. Yeah, maybe my favorite. Oh, that was so good. If you haven't read this series yet, I don't know why. I mean, it might be because of the covers, but you know what you gotta do? Just go, ooh. Oh, it's gone. It's all gone. I deleted it. Everyone's like, yeah, I read Vampire Academy, but read Bloodlines! I have nothing else to say to you, because if you haven't read Bloodlines yet, you want to leave, so I don't spoil you. Silver Shadows Sydney is just like, yeah! That's all I'm gonna say. If you haven't read Silver Shadows yet, go read it, come back, let's talk about it, okay? That's the end of my non-spoilery section if you didn't get the gist of the end there. Bye-bye. Bye. Silver Shadows. Sydney was just like one badass bitch. Oh, I loved it so much. Hell yeah! Right from the start, she's been in that cell with nothing. 3 fucking months, hasn't cracked. She is solid. The center will hold because she is so freaking resilient. So Sydney's in what the alchemists call reflection. Sick bastards. I can't even, I don't understand how you could do that to people for no reason. And they gotta go down. And in the next book, we have to take down the alchemist. I don't know how we can do that without murdering them. We have to murder that Sheridan piece of shit. Or, oh, maybe we could just re-ink them all. Like we do in everything. Erase their memory so we don't have to kill them. That's our out. That's our loophole for murdering them. Sydney doesn't like to kill people, but people have to go. Maybe we can re-ink them to believe everything we want them to believe. I love when Sydney first gets out of reflection and she learns that it's called reflection. These purgings! I couldn't even. And then we go to poor Adrian, who's really losing it now without Sydney. He's been trying for 3 months to reach her, and he can't reach her in his dreams, and he doesn't know what to do. And Aunt Tatiana is just in his brain. What is going on with that? At the end of his book, it was kind of like a challenge, a taunt from her. Is she real? Is she something we actually need to worry about? Adrian's constantly talking about how he has to tell Sydney about it. I think it's bigger than we think it is. I don't know how it's gonna play in. What do you think is going on there? This is the first time that I'm not really sure where Richelle's going with something that she's planted. I don't know how we're gonna get rid of the alchemist. I don't know how we're gonna restructure their whole system. It seems like the alchemists and the Moroi are gonna be at war, but we only have 1 book left? The beginning of this book quickly turned into a blood promise type of situation. Wanted to stab everything because we just get so close and then it'd be like, no! Sydney, we're so excited when she gets out of reflection because finally we think she's not gonna be gassed all the time, so Adrian's gonna be able to get her. But then she finally gets to go to sleep and she's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And the gas comes in and we're like, no! Fucking damn it. Emma, I love how when she first sees Emma, she's like, god damn it, I'm rooming with this Sydney of re-education. That was really funny. When Sydney's doing illegal things that could get her in trouble with the alchemist, it's always so nerve-wracking, but a lot of the time, she gets away with them. She keeps doing it, and we know she's gonna get caught one of the times, and she just has to keep pushing her luck. But anyway, Emma, she helps her block the gas, and that night, we're like, yes! But then, of course, Adrian picks today to fucking go off on a drunken parade with fucking Nina. Now, we know Nina likes Adrian. I thought Adrian knew that Nina liked Adrian. Apparently, he didn't. He didn't, and he's just bringing her to parties. Which, oh god, Nina's gonna be a court in the next book. We're gonna have to deal with that, and Sydney's gonna have to deal with that. I mean, Sydney's his wife, so it's gonna be okay. I hope Nina's not, like, psychotic because of the spirit and tried to hurt Sydney. I don't know. Nina! I was just like, stop hanging out with Nina, Adrian. Oh my god, it was so frustrating when he first went to court and we're like, oh, he could talk to Rose and Lissa and get their help, right? But he asks Lissa and Lissa's like, well, as long as she's not a member of my court, there's nothing I can do about it. It's so annoying now. I picture Alyssa with a freaking English accent. I never pictured her with an English accent before. The movie has ruined her for me. And I can't not picture movie Lyssa. And it's just so frustrating because I want my Lyssa. My Lyssa is American and talks like me. But now Lyssa doesn't anymore. And Rose is movie Rose. She's Zoe. She's Zoe. I don't like them as much as my Rose and Lyssa, but I have to deal with it. Anyway, this is like, as long as she's not one of my subjects, I can't do anything about it. And Rose is like, wait, but Sydney, and I'm like, come on, Rose! Pick up your feet and go help her, because like, Rose could get this done in like 5 seconds. But no, she's like, but, and then she just lets Adrian go off. Like, she can see. She knows Adrian. She can see it's hurting him, and he needs this, but she doesn't do anything about it. And I was just so disappointed in you, Rose. You're so stupid, Rose! Except she's not stupid. She had to be loyal to Lyssa, and her responsibilities are to Lyssa, because she has to protect her from, like, being killed and stuff. But, Rose, but it looks like Rose and Lyssa are gonna be, like, a big part of the next book, and I'm so excited. Anyway, we'll get to that. Adrian's down the dumps, and it's just the most frustrating thing in all of history. I was just so infuriated with him. I was just like, stop it. Eventually, Dimitri's the one to pull him out of that crap. And I'm wondering, did Rose send him to do that? Maybe, probably, most likely. You know, we didn't talk about Adrian's mom. She just comes out of nowhere. I forget exactly what she did in Vampire Academy to get her ass sent to jail. I thought that did she frame Rose for the death of Tatiana? Is that what happened? That's what I'm coming to the conclusion of. And I don't forgive her for that, at all. But she really has redeemed herself a lot in my eyes just by backing Adrian at the end of the book. I was just like, thank you. Thank you, Miss Vashkov. I really appreciate your support right now. And just the idea of them being like one big happy family, I just really enjoyed that. But I'm skeptical to let you back into their lives because I forget what you did last time. Sydney being so disappointed day after day for like an entire week not being able to reach Adrian was just the most depressing, irritating thing in the entire, I was just like, Adrian, you're letting her down. And of course, during this time, Sydney has to put herself in all the danger over and over again with the salt and the needles and more purgings, and it's just, Sydney, just sit tight, girl, please. When Adrian first connects with Sydney, he was weak in the knees, I was weak in the knees, I was like, the tears were just welling up in my eyes, and I'm sitting reading this part in the eye doctor's office, like right before they call me in. Stop me for saying you cannot cry! You're about to get an eye exam, what are you doing? So I had to put down the book. And it was just the hardest thing because we were finally there. We made it through the wilderness. We made it through. But that scene, it was so beautiful. The elation. It was like Rose when she finally broke that stupid chair and escaped from Dimitri's stupid lair. And then things start really happening. We start rolling into gear, getting ready for this prison break that we knew was gonna happen. Like this whole time, we knew Sydney was gonna have to go to re-education. Like there had to be something that was gonna happen in this plot. And then we knew there had to be a jailbreak. There had to be a spirit-bound-esque freaking jailbreak. I loved when Eddie made that comment. This is weirdly reminiscent of when we broke Victor Vafla out of jail. That second time when she was out at night and Sheridan was kind of just roaming the halls, she clearly was looking for Sydney. I knew this was gonna happen. But at the same time, you gotta appreciate how much of a fucking magician Sydney has become. She is so cool now. She can just like invisible herself. She's making herself invisible. She's exploding SUVs. The water bending. Holy shit. All the applause for that water bending scene with Sydney. I couldn't even believe she took the fountain, surrounded the freaking alchemists, put them up in the air, and dropped them in the... how much power did she's like the best human witch that ever lived. She melts the door at the end. The fire. Adrian's being held at gunpoint. Surrounds them with all the fire. Sheridan's like, just come with me. And then he's like, test me, Sheridan! Just test me! See what I'll fucking do for that boy! Oh my god, I was just so proud. Citrian's great escape from re-education was fabulous. It was so much fun to read. I feel like this is the most action-packed of the books so far, even though half of it took place in re-education. Adrian has become this just badass spirit user with the telekinesis. Like, I honestly think that Aunt Tatiana has helped him, because now it's not these like weird mood swings, depressions, as much as this weird voice talking to him, and she's egging him on in bad ways sometimes, but sometimes she has good advice. It's just, it's you never know with fake Aunt Tatiana. It's better than he was before when he used Spirit, when he would use it and then he would just get super depressed. Now he's like telekinetic, and it is the coolest. It's like we just walked into a mutant superhero movie. When Sydney couldn't get down from that balcony without falling, he like whopped her so she landed right, and it was just fantastic. Together they're like this dream team now. There's no stopping Citrian. So impressed. I'm just so impressed with Sydney. Do you remember in the first book where she had just like that weird rock thing that she used at the end that set fire? And now she's just like a water fire bending magician, crazy ass wizard. I don't even know what to call her. I didn't know that human magicians could be this awesome. But she's become the most awesome of human magicians. I bet she's one of the best that there is on Earth. And with the fire, how it's just nothing to her. I remember when she was learning the fire with Miss Telweir, and she was just like chucking fireballs all day and catching them and all that stuff. And now she's just like, she's like Dumbledore, except human and girl, 19. I'm just so impressed. I can't even get over how impressed I am with Sydney. She's become this so cool. And in the beginning of this series, she was so not cool. I remember being so frustrated with her bloodlines, and she's just developed so much, and we watched it all happen, and it's been beautiful. The wedding. They got married. It was so cute and wonderful and funny. They're getting married while the alchemists are hunting them down to kill them. They stay in Vegas for to get her makeup done and her wedding dress done, but they still manage to pull it off. They still manage to get away. They're just like flying through the streets in her wedding dress. A bachelorette party, just so many little hijinks and shenanigans go down, and it's fantastic. I forgot to mention before all this, when he's on the road trip with Marcus, that was actually really fun. We got some nice like Adrian banter about Idaho and the potato state and the gem state. Sydney's sister! There's a little spark between her and Marcus. Interesting. I'd really like Sydney's sister to come and join the crew. I thought she was actually gonna go with them to go help find Sydney, and I really wanted that to happen. Marcus has her number. We'll see. Rachel, her name's Rachel. I like her, and I'd like her to join our crew. It would be fun to have the Sage sisters together. If there was gonna be a reunion of the sisters, I don't know, would they come to court? We still want to resolve this whole issue with Zoe, too. The Sage sisters, I think they're gonna come together before the end of the series. Sydney's dad, I don't know if there's any redemption for that guy. I kind of want him to die. I think he's a lost cause. Her mom, I wonder where her mom is right now, because also we want resolution with her mom. We want Sydney's family to be okay. And Adrian's family just kind of is okay now. It's getting there. It's on its way. I love the end when we walk into the Queen's chambers and everyone's so confused. Alyssa's like, is this a joke? I know you care about Sydney. And it's like, I don't know why Adrian didn't tell her right then and there in the beginning that he's in love with Sydney, that they're together, and that he needs to find her. As his friend, would have maybe helped her. Rose would have most definitely stepped up and helped if she knew that Adrian was with Sydney and that they were in love, because she cares about Sydney and she cares about Adrian. She would have most definitely got up and helped, or just helped someone help them. These are his like closest friends. Closest ex-girlfriend. And we knew Rose is gonna want to talk about this as soon as she finds out. When she found out and she didn't say anything, and Adrian looked at her and he's like, Rose is burning up right now. She needs to say something, but she can't because Lissa is to rule on this. I can't believe Lissa even, pondered not giving them protection. She took a second to think about it. I don't know where the alchemists are going in this series. I don't know if we're gonna squash them or if we're gonna restructure them. They're so stubborn and bitchy and mean and torturous and insane. So the very, very end of the book, I'm waiting. I'm not sure what the twist is gonna be at the end. And I've known every other book, but you're so preoccupied with Citrian, you forget that Jill is the reason that this is all happening. Like, I didn't completely forget about Jill, but I wasn't worried about her. I guess she was not in the forefront of my mind at all. We had just talked to her. Adrian had just talked to her. And then all of a sudden, the end comes, Rose comes knocking on their door, and I know she's gonna have some weird news that's gonna, fuck everything up. But I didn't think Jill. And then it's just like, Jill's gone. What? Then this brings Lissa back into things and Rose back into things, because now Jill is gone, they haven't changed the law yet, and Lissa can lose the throne, which makes me think that next book, we're all gonna be there. Rose and Dimitri and Lissa and Adrian and Sydney and the gang from our academy, and it's just gonna be so much fun. And I'm really, really excited because now that they know that Sydney and Adrian are married, Sydney and Rose are gonna be interacting again. And we love when they interact. We love when anyone interacts with Rose because we love Rose. And just, it's so exciting. I don't know where they're going. Like, please share your theories with where you think this is gonna go. How we think we're gonna take down the alchemists. Are we gonna take them down? Are we gonna restructure them? Did the alchemists take Jill? That's the first thing I thought. Did they take her as an act of war? That's probably what they did. They said that this is war. They said that to Lissa. Never mind. But how do they know about Jill? Because of Sydney. Oh my God, they took her. This is war with the alchemist. Do we have permission to kill them now? I don't know. Please share your thoughts. What was your favorite part of this? My favorite part, maybe Sydney dropping that bomb on the car. That was so cool. First we see from Adrian's point of view, and he's playing cards and he's realizing like there's alchemists surrounding him. And then he's like, oh shit, a bomb just went off. Never mind, I gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. And then we see from Sydney's point of view, and we see that she dropped the bomb. That was her. Oh God, it was so cool. This series just got so much better because Sydney is so awesome, and it's so much more fun to read from that point of view of that person who could just kick major ass. Share your thoughts, your favorite parts. I'm Christine. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye! They may have ugly covers, but the spine. Oh, whoa! Oh my God. Okay.
We made it through the wilderness. We made it through. I can't stop reading till we find you. But yeah, I stopped reading and it was really upsetting.